Aloha everyone, welcome to Skincare with Hiram. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hiram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. I love Sabrina Carpenter. That's it. End of story. I will say I was a little bit late to the Sabrina Carpenter love party, but I'm now fully on board after I saw her in The Hate You Give and also her songs. I love her songs. If I told you this was only good. Wait, that's BB Rexa. Why did I think of BB Rexa? Those two are nothing alike.
Nobody but me can hit me, sir. I'm on my way. The moment that the light is or you go. We can get in a minute.
Okay, maybe I don't know her songs super well, but I like them. And Sabrina Carpenter recently did her skincare routine on YouTube. It's exploding with views. You guys have been requesting it like crazy, and I'm honestly looking forward to it because I feel like she's a pretty down-to-earth person. I mean, like, she's best friends with Liza Koshy. I love Liza. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders. Obviously, she has beautiful skin. I mean, duh. So I'm super excited to see what products she uses. So let's just jump right into it. If you don't know me, I am a skincare specialist. I've worked in the industry for years. I love everything skincare. I could talk about it all day. I'm not, however, a licensed esthetician or a dermatologist, nor do I ever claim to know more or be either of them. That's not me. If you are struggling with your skin, you have access to a dermatologist or esthetician. Please go see them before you take my advice. This is just for fun and entertainment and to give you guys a look into my personal skincare philosophies and opinions. Is Sabrina Carpenter in that Sabrina Teen Witch show? What's that show called? I haven't seen it. All the gays love it. Oh, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know. Let me know if it's good. I probably won't watch it. But I feel like Sabrina Carpenter would kill that role. Okay, so this by Vogue, it says Sabrina Carpenter's Guide to DIY Facials. You got my attention with DIY, and it's not good attention. But I'm open-minded. I'll keep my mind open.
What's up, Vogue? It's Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm going to...
Man, every time I see all these celebrities just makeup free, I am just like, they are ethereal, gorgeous, stunning. She's so pretty.
The tone, the mood. I like to make sure we've got good vibes, good healthy vibes.
I like it.
And drinking ice cold water with lemon every morning.
Oh, nice.
Has been a very big staple in my life to make me feel like I'm awake, I'm alert,
nice.
To wake up my skin and kind of get the blood pumping and flowing. I
personally like that she didn't say like water is a secret to her clear skin because that's a huge pet peeve. But I do the same every single day. I will put so much ice in my reused pickle jar and just go through so much ice cold water every day because there's nothing as refreshing. Oh, so nice. Oh yeah, here's one. Drink water, bitches.
I like to do a little ice cube facial. So I basically just take a few ice cubes, wrap them in a little paper towel, and then...
In a paper towel?
I kind of just lightly glaze it over
okay.
my skin.
Okay.
And it's gonna get really red.
That's not always a good sign.
Something that I've always kind of taken with me because ice cubes are pretty easy to find. So it's something that I can always just count on to be there if I don't have anything else. And then I can start with my...
You know, the nice thing about like ice cubes or cold water is that it does feel very refreshing. I typically don't like putting ice cubes directly on the face because I can't remember what it's called, but you know when ice cubes stick to your skin and it causes like that sensitivity and irritation? I would just not recommend that for the face, but she does kind of like add a layer of paper towel in between. I don't know how like enjoyable that would be because I feel like this paper towel might rip, but if it doesn't, that's actually a good way to just like wake up your skin. I don't think it's gonna have incredible skincare benefits, but it's definitely nice. It's like what I use with cooling globes, and because she's avoiding the risk of irritation by just placing it directly on her skin, I don't see a problem with it. We're good so far.
I'm a very big fan of sheet masks. These are really great. This is a super hydrating mask.
Okay. Buyer to have the confidence to just walk down the airport with the face mask on, no fucks given. I'm smelling iconic on a low simmer. If you guys don't know, I don't usually recommend applying skincare during your flight because skincare usually involves some type of humectant to draw in moisture into your skin, and when you're in a plane way the hell up there, there's like no moisture level whatsoever, so you're just gonna be stripping your skin. But I have used that mask before. It's by Dr. Jart. Sheet masks for me, it's kind of like, it's fun to do every once in a while. I enjoy them, and they're like great gifts to give to people. From what I remember, it's very fragranced. It was nice. I wasn't particularly obsessed with it, but it was a nice experience overall. Typically, I'm not a fan of fragrance in skincare, but in masks, I'm a little bit more forgiving since you usually rinse it off afterwards. I mean, we'll see if she rinses it off.
Ooh, she's a newborn baby. Okay, then I just massage it into my skin, It's very dewy. I'm gonna want to wash
yes.
it off because there's a lot on
Okay,
right now.
good, yeah.
So I basically go to my cleanser, which is this AHA BHA blemish control cleanser because she's a young woman with
that sounds cool. That sounds like an interesting cleanser.
And so I'm going to go wet my face. Going to apply.
You know, so I've reacted to a lot of Harper's Bazaar and Vogue videos. Vogue, can you like take notes real quick? I really like Harper's Bazaar because they usually put the product information on the screen, at least from what I've seen. They did that in my video, but for Vogue, I rarely see them do that, and it would be super nice if they like included information about it. It would make my job so much easier. Also for anyone who's watching who also wants to use those products, it'd make it easier for them. But that's just my suggestion. Take it how you will. So it's the Renee something AHA BHA cleanser. Let me look this up. Here we go. Renee Realou. Ooh, that sounds expensive. Any French name, honestly, I'm like, okay, show me the price tag first. Oh, okay, that's not bad. It's $35. Not bad at all. Definitely a lot cheaper than what I was expecting. Okay, for the ingredient list, it has great gentle surfactants. I love seeing that, especially alongside actives like AHA or BHA. You don't want to pair like a lot of like potentially stripping ingredients because it can just be too much for the skin to handle. It has sodium PCA, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, lactic acid. It has papaya extract. It has some citrus essential oils, which I'm kind of annoyed by, but you know, it's in a cleanser. It's a wash off treatment. It's not too harsh and they're lower on the ingredient list. It has Hawaiian red marine algae. I want to try that. That sounds so cool. Why have I never seen that before? Let me know if you guys want a video about Hawaiian skincare because I would love to make one, honestly. But yeah, I don't think this cleanser is bad at all. It has some really great actives. The only thing I would say is just not to use it every single day. I've said before, I usually don't recommend using an active treatment cleanser every single day because you do want to give your skin a break from exfoliation. Your skin doesn't need to be exfoliated every day. But if she's using that like 3 to 4 times a week, I don't see a problem with it whatsoever. The benefit of it being in a cleanser is that you're only leaving it on your skin for like 30 seconds. So even though they are treatments, they're not left on for a super long time that could increase sensitivity like with other products.
All right. Whoop. And now I'm gonna wash it off. Okay.
She's so cute.
Dab, 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 dab. Okay, great.
She looks like she has reactive skin like me, which I understand the struggle. If you don't know the difference between sensitive skin and reactive skin is when, you know, your skin breaks out in hives or rashes or little bumps because you use a product or your face burns or stings easily. Reactive skin is when you just like touch your face and it turns really red, but then after like a minute it goes away. I don't have sensitive skin. My skin can handle a lot, but it's very reactive. People always think it's sensitive after I wash my face because they're like, oh my God, you're so red. And I'm like, just wait a minute, it'll go away.
Step 2 in SC skincare routine is her toner. I like this. Just a little bit.
Oh, what's the name of the toner? Shoot,
I
they don't show the name of the toner.
Started to get really into skincare when I was 15 because I was working on set of a movie. They used a foundation on me that actually had like metals in it, and I'm allergic to metal. I then kind of experienced eczema for the first time, which is hot. Oh, no. And then I went to an esthetician and was able to kind of really understand what was great for my skin, what wasn't great for my skin.
That's awesome.
And ever since then, like, it's honestly been so therapeutic to be able to, I guess, just have a routine every morning and every night before I go to bed and feel super clean and feel like I'm putting good things on my skin that are going to protect it for a long time. Then I like to apply my vitamin C treatment, which is basically like a little morning moisturizer. And most of the time I won't.
Okay, so same brand. I've noticed that sometimes with celebrities, when they use a bunch of products from one brand, they'll try to kind of like make it discreet or hide it a little bit. I think that's per instruction of Vogue, so it doesn't seem like she's sponsored, which I'm sure she's not sponsored, but they just probably don't want it to look like she is. At least that's what happened with Doja Cat when she was using all Tatcha products. Okay, so the vitamin C and E treatment for ingredients. Okay, so the second ingredient, sunflower seed oil, great ingredient. Glycerin is the third. There's licorice root extract, rosehip oil, plum extract, great ingredients, great antioxidants. It has a stabilized form of vitamin C, multiple forms of vitamin C. It does have some lemon and orange peel oil and other citrus essential oils, so I don't love that. That's typical when it comes to any type of vitamin C serum. I don't know why companies always feel the need to put like citrus essential oils. I think it's because when people think vitamin C, they think of like an orange scent, but I'm like, no, keep it out of me, product. I don't want to see it. But overall, this ingredient list, I honestly would have to smell it. I would have to actually have it with me and smell it to make up my mind. Because when it comes to essential oils, it's all about concentration. When they're at extremely low concentrations, there's a very low risk of sensitivity, and that's where I'm more forgiving. And they don't don't have undisclosed fragrance, which is great. But when they're at high concentrations, the smell is noticeable. So that's usually what I do to test. If you do see a product that doesn't have fragrance listed on the back, but you notice it does have a really strong, like aromatic, natural smell, probably essential oils. And that's where I'd be a little careful. I don't think I purchased this product for that price point for the irritating ingredients it has, but I don't think it's a terrible product either. Depends on what the rest of her routine is. If this is the only product with fragrance in it, I'm okay. Because just a reminder, I know that my reputation online is that I hate fragrance. I think it's evil, which, you know, is not true. I think it's funny because I'm super extra. So I assume that other people are being extra about it too. But I just want to clarify, I am okay with fragrance minimalism. I try to avoid it where possible, but if I do find formulas that are incredible, that happen to have fragrance, I make sure that the rest of my routine is fragrance free where possible. I try to minimize it as much as I can, but I don't want to skip out on really good formulas solely for that reason. And I've talked about it all the time, how 1 or 2 products in my skincare routine will have fragrance. I like to avoid it where possible and use my videos as an opportunity to speak to brands and say, hey, let's have some fragrance-free options.
Mix this with my sunscreen. So I make sure to put that on every day.
Interesting.
I'm iridescent. The sun and I have an interesting relationship. We have to make sure we protect our skin.
Okay, so happy to see that she's going in with sunscreen, of course. Always a good sign, especially for her, because her skin is so pale. I feel that struggle. The only thing I will say, and this is a mistake I used to make all the time. I used to mix things with my sunscreens. I would always be like, oh yeah, just mix your moisturizer. You can literally see this in like old videos. I mix my moisturizer with my sunscreen. It's great. It makes it more easy to apply. The problem with that is that you're actually diluting the formula and potentially compromising the sun protection factor. So even if you're using an SPF 50, it may really significantly lower that sun protection factor. So you're only getting like SPF 20 when you mix it. Sunscreen isn't really supposed to be mixed with other things. And being that it is the most important part of the skincare routine, that's one step that you just don't want to mess with. And although I like her creativity, and I think it's great that she is using a vitamin C serum, which is, you know, great for antioxidant protection, which works amazingly alongside sunscreen, I wouldn't recommend mixing the formulas just to make sure that she's getting the highest protection possible. Her sunscreen is also SPF 30, so it could really lower that number to an unsafe number. But let's look at the ingredient list. Okay, so it has octinoxate, zinc oxide, and octisalate. It does have chemical UV filters, which I'm not a fan of, but it seems like the primary one that they use is zinc oxide, which I think is amazing. I love zinc oxide as a sunscreen ingredient. I still wouldn't purchase this product because I only purchase mineral sunscreens, but at least it doesn't have oxybenzone or avobenzone, which are known for being really irritating. As far as the rest of the ingredient list, okay, it has some good ones in here. It has vitamin C, it has vitamin E, it has green tea extract, chamomile, ginseng. Oh, I love ginseng. Ginkgo biloba, licorice extract. Okay, wow, this is a pretty good ingredient list, and it's fragrance free. I will say, if this didn't have UV filters, I would totally be down to buy this product. Even though it's kind of expensive, I would still be down to try it. But as far as the ingredients, I think it's great. I do notice, however, though, that every single one of her products that she's using so far is Renee Realou. So it might be that her esthetician sells these products, or someone sold her all of these together, or she could just really like these products. They could be like her tried and true favorites out of all of her testing. I don't know.
This eye cream, which is super nice, the Algenist eye cream. I guess it's an eye renewal balm. Someone told me that I have to use this finger. They said it's the most gentle finger, so you just gotta not rub too harsh, and then you just want to like pat it in softly under your eye. But my under eye bags have always been pretty under control, so I think I just started to do this eye renewal balm as a more preventative thing for the future.
Yay, A+ for prevention. I'm so glad she understands that. Like, so many people think skincare is about like getting rid of a problem, but in my opinion, it's all about preventing the problem in the first place, particularly when it comes to aging. Oh girl, skincare is all about prevention. So to be honest, I know that product is extremely popular. It's also very expensive, but I don't remember the ingredient list. I think it has fragrance, but I'm not sure. If you know my opinion on eye creams, I think they're fine. They're just not necessary. So if you want to spend that money, if you want to use it, that's totally your prerogative, so long as it doesn't have irritating ingredients. I'm like, yeah, but it's not necessary. So even though I do like her attitude of, you know, preventing problems, she could still just use her face cream on her under eye area, and that would be more than fine. So wow, it has a lot of ingredients, but a lot of very, very hydrating ingredients, which I like to see. A lot of good antioxidant ingredients like green tea. It has hydrating, soothing, and anti-aging peptides, raspberry, pea extract. Wow, it has a lot of really good ingredients. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. Phospholipids, amino acid, radish root. Wow. Dust to mine eyes deceive me? I don't think there's fragrance. Okay, I kind of want to buy it now. I'm kind of impressed. Might be selling me on something. Oh, how the turns have tabled. I mean, yes, it's a luxury product, but this has a lot of really good ingredients that I would like to put on my under eye area, or just anywhere on the face. And to be honest, I've heard so many good things about this product, so maybe I just need to bite the bullet.
I like to take my Glossier birthday Balm-Dot-Com. This stuff smells so good.
Yeah. Oh my
love so
God,
much.
yes.
It literally smells like a cake and I want to eat it every time, but I don't recommend that.
I have been a fan of their mango lip balm. I know it has fragrance, but oh my God, the amount of moisture it provides is amazeballs, and I don't know if I will ever part from it. I don't know if I can. I recently tried the birthday cake one. Guys, I'm usually not a fan of Glossier skincare, but this balm is really good. And the birthday one has like this tiny little bit of shimmer that's so beautiful on the lips. I know I'm being hypocritical, but I'm a fan of that product. But you guys know when it comes to lips, it's so hard to find a product that really adequately moisturizes that doesn't have fragrance. So I've kind of just accepted it at this point, but it's fun to use every once in a while. I use it like once a month, maybe.
Another thing that I also love to use, just in general, I'm a big fan of essential oils. I've always kind of been taking them with me on the road. This one is peppermint, so it's super
Please
strong.
don't touch your
I
skin.
put it
Please don't touch
on the back of my neck. Sometimes I will put it right here.
Careful.
Sometimes I put it on my temples, but I'm not gonna do that today. And then I'll put it on my
please
wrist.
don't.
And I'll inhale very deeply, and it's very strong, but it makes me feel great.
Applying 100% pure essential oil to the skin. I know it's tempting, guys. I know it seems so nice because the smell lingers for a long time. But in terms of skin sensitivity risk, this is like astronomically high. Dermatologists all the time see patients who get dermatitis problems, rashes, and severe irritation from people applying 100% pure essential oil to their skin. Because you think about it, when it comes to nature and the benefits that we can see from certain ingredients in nature, they are only made to be, you know, say plucked from a leaf and directly applied to the skin. It's super diluted by all the other components within that leaf. It's an extremely low concentration. We could see benefits, but we're not going to see that much irritation. When you're talking about essential oils, you're talking about an ingredient that has been purified to the 1000th degree, which is so not normal for skin contact. And when you apply it to your skin, a lot of times your skin and your body does not know how to handle that much of a concentration of essential oil. Best way to do it is to dilute it in a lot of water and then apply it. And I get nervous about her applying it right here. It actually can be extremely sensitive. Like for me, it's the most sensitive part of my face. And then using a roller ball as well, which only collects bacteria on it and could, you know, potentially contaminate the formula depending on what essential oil it is. Ugh, I do not recommend that ever. Just be careful. You know, a great way is just to do a diffuser, you know, put a diffuser next to you with a few drops of peppermint essential oil. It's so much better. The risk of sensitivity is going to be like so minute compared to applying it directly 100% concentration on your skin. I know I just offended a whole horde of essential oil mommy bloggers, but what about it? Come at me.
This is maybe my favorite thing that I've found ever, possibly.
Okay, I'm excited.
See, the thing is like I found it, and then TikTok found it, and then the rest of the world found it. So maybe it's not a secret anymore.
Shoot,
but one day
I
was just strolling through Sephora, and I saw this Brazilian bum cream, and I was like, that's funny. But it smells like heaven. So now I kind of just use it as my, I don't know, it's like a perfume, it's a moisturizer, it's a multitude of things. You're supposed to put it on your butt.
Yeah.
But I like to apply it on my neck because it feels like a natural perfume and it always just smells really divine.
Some of you guys have asked me about that cream. The smell is just intoxicating. It smells like on a vacation. It is amazing. From what I remember looking at the ingredient list, I think it was like the 4th ingredient or something was fragrance. Something insane to where I was like, oh my lord, this is literally a fragrance. That's what it is. I don't necessarily see it problematic as a body cream because your body's way more resilient to that sort of stuff. And you know, it does feel pretty hydrating. But I wouldn't recommend it on the neck. The neck is really sensitive. And even though yes, it is a natural perfume, I'm glad she just didn't apply it to her face.
Okay, so last little thing before I start my makeup is this rose quartz facial sculptor. I really love how it looks. It's
that's so
literally
cute.
just a little heart in this rose quartz, and I love rose quartz, and I have rose quartz next to my bed, but because my face is already moisturized and has different products on it, this kind of glides on pretty easily. Also something to get the blood flowing. So that
you guys are constantly asking me about facial tools like this one, if they're actually effective. And here's the thing, there's really no scientific research actually showing any significant benefits of using like facial tools like that or facial sculpting. However, it has been something that has been used for literally thousands of years in ancient China and so many other societies. And if I've learned one thing as a history nerd, is that it's usually a good idea to listen to strategies that have been employed for thousands of years, because if they stayed around that long, there's probably something to them. But I will say, I don't necessarily think it's a must-have in a skincare routine. If you do it, if you like to use it, great. I hope you see wonderful results. I use them from time to time. I think they're fun. I have a facial roller that I like. But like I've said before, I would not tout it as the secret to skincare. How you'll get rid of excess fat on the face and all this stuff. I'm not totally convinced yet, but I think there's something to it.
That is pretty much my skincare routine, especially in the morning. And then I go into starting my makeup.
I'm actually not mad at this routine at all. She used some really good stellar products. I mean, I liked the cleanser. The sheet mask is okay. It has some irritants, but she used the cleanser afterwards. The serum, I'm kind of like, eh. But one thing I realize now in retrospect, she didn't use a moisturizer. And I'm sorry, I'm just now realizing I missed a golden opportunity to say, where's the moisturizer? There you go. Are you happy now? Here's the thing when it comes to moisturizers. Obviously, super beneficial, but most sunscreens and the sunscreen that she was using have proper moisturizing agents to prevent transepidermal water loss. So she essentially was getting her moisture in. If she does have really oily skin and doesn't want to see excess oil throughout the day, it's honestly just fine to use a good sunscreen with a serum and call it good. I've seen a lot of dermatologists and chemists recommend that just to make sure that you're not getting too much moisture on the face that would cause other problems. And a lot of times I've recommended that to people. If people have really oily skin, I say like, you can use a moisturizer, but you don't absolutely need to if you have a good moisturizing sunscreen. Because most sunscreens are essentially just a moisturizer mixed with sun protection factor. That's it. But besides chemical UV filters, the sunscreen is good. The eye cream is definitely interesting and I do want to check that out. The lip balm is good. Of course, I'm biased. Only thing I really don't like is the peppermint essential oil. Just use a diffuser. Please, to anyone out there who's watching, just use a diffuser. But what do you think about this routine? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I am really impressed with Sabrina. I mean, I really think she's cool as a person. I just didn't know what her routine is going to be. I, am pleasantly surprised. I didn't think it was bad at all. And I hope she keeps it up because she has beautiful skin, but she also has very fair skin, which means it's very sensitive to sun damage and other issues. So I hope she keeps it up for a long time so that she can stay beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. And I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.